Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are driving on the Spanish Town Road bypass. We're driving from Spanish Town to Old Harbor. Now today we want to continue talking about some of the mega mistakes that were made in Jamaica. One, when they upgraded the Ian Fleming International Airport, they never extended the runway, and right now the airport cannot land the big planes. That was a huge mistake, because with all the tourists, visitors coming to Jamaica, that third international airport could have made such a difference for Ocho Rios. To think that St. Anne has the most developments, the parish of St. Anne has the most developments going on in any parish in Jamaica. Can you imagine if they had an airport that could bring in millions of passengers every year? But they never extended the runway, and right now the airport brings in about 140 passengers a week, compared to the Sangster International Airport that brings in up to 4,500 an hour. Big difference. Huge mistake. Another mistake was shutting down the train service in Jamaica. Right now there's so much development going on around Jamaica that if you had a train service to move people around the island, it would make such a difference. Also, when you see how many taxis you have on the road, and if you had a train service, it would definitely be able to move people quickly and more efficiently than a taxi service. Another mega mistake was the shutting down of Air Jamaica. Right now, the only thing holding back the tourism industry in Jamaica is the availability of flights. If we had flights that could bring in 10 million visitors or passengers a year, 10 million would come. The only thing holding back Jamaica's tourism industry right now is the availability of flights to get people to Jamaica, and Air Jamaica would have played a huge role in that. So now we're going to talk about another mistake that was made. It was a huge mistake not to build Highway 2000 from Kingston to Montego Bay in one go. They're building it section by section, and they've actually reached as far as Williamsfield, or you could say Mandeville. So the highway goes from Kingston to Mandeville, but the highway is to go from Kingston to Montego Bay. Now, when that highway was originally designed and they started to look about the financing and everything, the project was to build a highway in one go. But the company that eventually got the bid for the highway wanted to split it up into sections. So they built from Kingston to Sandy Bay. Remember now, this is a toll road, you know. So what would happen is, well, they built from Kingston to Sandy Bay first, and then it's being built in sections, but it is taking so long. I mean, the first highway opened, I think, in 2006, the first section. And it's 2024 and the highway has only reached Mandeville. It's taking way too long. It should have been built in one go. Now, can you imagine if we had a highway from Kingston to Montego Bay, how that would increase productivity? It would increase the movement of people around the island. You might even have more people flying into the Kingston airport and traveling via the road to Montego Bay. And at the rate they are going, the highway won't reach Montego Bay probably for another 10 years. So it was a big mistake not to build it in one go. And these highways, you charge toll on that highway. Entire Kingston to Montego Bay highway. The section from Kingston to Maypen makes millions, billions of dollars in Jamaica, millions of US dollars. They actually made so much money that I think they bought out the highway. The highway, the company that collects the toll, is actually trading on the stock exchange now. That's the kind of money they make. So can you imagine if they were built the highway from Kingston to Montego Bay? It would have paid for itself already via the toll. It would have paid for itself. That is why it was such a big mistake not to do it. No, I'm sure everybody knows the name China Harbour Engineering Company. One of the best construction companies in the world. They build all the highways in Jamaica today. But when that highway was first being built from Kingston to Montego Bay back in 2006, China Harbour Engineering Company did not build it. It was a French company. Now let's just stop and think. Can you imagine if it was China Harbour Engineering Company that had gotten that contract? They would have built that highway already, and the toll would have paid back for it. I mean, I really don't know why they're moving so slow, because it's going to make money. It's not an if anymore. Back then there was no toll road in Jamaica, so they said nobody knew if Jamaicans would pay toll, and the government had to guarantee the revenue. So all these things factored into the huge mistake of not building it out in one go. And China Harbour Engineering Company did not even bid on the contract. Well, they weren't part of the final four, and I can't imagine anybody outbidding them. It was when Highway 2000 north-south leg got into problems with the French company that the Portia Simpson Miller administration, she was a prime minister then, made a master deal to bring China Harbour Engineering Company to Jamaica. And Jamaica has benefited so much from that transaction. They gave China Harbour Engineering Company 1,200 acres of prime real estate as an incentive for them to take on the Highway 2000 north-south leg. Now, can you imagine if they had started in Jamaica and built the highway from Kingston to Montego Bay? Well, they are building it now. They do all the major highways in Jamaica now. They are the #1 contractor in Jamaica. It's just so unfortunate that they weren't in Jamaica or they didn't bid, or they didn't get the contract. It's just so unfortunate that they didn't start building that highway from Kingston to Montego Bay, because I'm sure it would have been done and finished already under the original agreement. Alright guys, let us know what you think about the highway from Kingston to Montego Bay and the time it's now taking. Alright guys, thanks for taking a tour with us today. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Have a good day.